So in the last class, we were going through this chapter, The Landscape of a Soul. And in the last class, we have studied that what is the difference between a Chinese and a European art. Okay, fine. Now this is and getting inside an outsider art. Outsider art is again an art form, okay, which has been introduced by a French painter. Fine. So how this outsider art is being appreciated in our country also. Fine. This is there in this part. Fine, children. Okay. Getting inside and outsider art. When French painter Jean Dubuffet moted the concept of art boot in 1940s, the art of an untrained visionary was of minority interest. Now, what is there, children? This is a painter. His name is Jean Dubuffet. Okay, and so this outsider art was a new concept. It was a new concept in 1940s. Okay, and it is also known as art brut. BRUT. This outsider art is also known as art brut, and this name was suggested by Jean Dubuffet. Okay, he was a Japanese painter and he has suggested this name, art brut or outsider art. Now, what is this outsider art or art brut is? The thing is this, what it is. Okay, so the people who are untrained, okay, and who would have any formal training, who would have not taken any formal training, those who are untrained people, the people those who have not taken any formal training, okay, in this field of artists, in the field of paintings and all, okay, and when they create a masterpiece or when they create a piece of art which is being appreciated by everyone, that is called an outsider art. Okay, so who is an outsider artist? An outsider artist, the one who didn't get any training from anywhere. Okay, fine, but in spite of that, he was creating very good masterpiece. He was creating very good paintings. Okay, without any training, without any formal training. Fine, and his work has been appreciated, and that is called an outsider artist, an outsider art. Okay, so this outside art or this outsider artist has been introduced by this French painter. Fine. From its almost village beginning, outsider art has gradually become the fastest growing area of interest in the contemporary art internationally. Now, what is there, children? This outsider art, okay, or art brute, whatever we can say, the both names are same, art brute or outsider art, done by the untrained artist, okay, and was initially not practiced openly. This art is not being practiced openly, but what is there, but gradually we can say the people of the present time, okay, present era, they started taking more interest in it, okay, and even it reaches at the international level. So what is there, children? This outsider art is not being practiced initially, fine, but then what happens, slowly gradually the present era people, they started taking interest in this art, fine, and then they what, this art, this outsider art, now it's reached up till where, to the international level. So the people, those who haven't got any training from anywhere, okay, they are doing so much good work that their work has been appreciated, fine, and this is not done only at a particular place but at the international level, each and every place in the world, okay, they have such people, okay, who didn't get any training from anywhere, okay, we call them a god gifted ones, fine, and they are creating so beautiful paintings, sculptures, and that is being appreciated by the people, okay, so that people are called the outsider artist, okay, children. Now this genre is described as as the art of those who have no right to be an artist, as they have received no formal training, yet show talent and artist inside. Now what is there, children? So I told you that art brute is what, art brute on an outsider artist done by the people, okay, or the artist you can say, who had no formal training, but yet they are able to show their artistic talent, but yet these people are able to show their artistic talent, fine, children. Now, so the work done by these people, by the work done by these artists, these outsider artists, what is there is completely different. Fine. Here it is written, yet show talent and artistic insight. Means the work which is done by these outsider artists is completely different. Okay. Their works are a stimulating contrast of the lot of mainstream offering. Mainstream offering, children here, mainstream offering means belonging to the main group. Okay, mainstream means belonging to the main group. So what is the writer wants to tell us here? Writer wants to tell us that these outsider artists or the art brute, okay, they used to create a different artistic work. Okay, they used to create a completely different artistic work. That's why their work is being appreciated. Okay, and the work is being encouraged by the people. We can say they used to create a lot of creative work. Okay, they used to do a lot of creative work. That's why their work is being appreciated. And how their work is different, their work is that people, the writer is telling that while if we talk about the work of these people belonging to the main group, okay, those who are called trained artists, main group means those who are called the trained artists. Okay, they does not have anything now. We can say the people, those who are called the trained artists, those who have got the proper training in going in a proper school, they are not that much creative in. On the other hand, the people, those who are what, those who are the outsider artists, they are more creative. Why? What is the reason behind this, children? See, if you are getting a training from somewhere, you will do the work according to that. Okay, if you are going to a school for learning anything, okay, so you will do according to that. Fine. But if you have more interest, okay, if you are doing it by your own, if you are learning it by your own, so you try to create new things into it. Okay, that is all about interest, children. These outsider artists, what they used to do, these outsider artists are there, they used to create the things by their own. They didn't get any training from anywhere. Fine. They didn't went to any schools, any training of, no formal training, nothing. So whatever they are doing because of their creative mind. Okay, so that's why in the second paragraph the writer is saying us that these people have no right to call an artist. Why? Because they haven't taken any formal training, yet they show a lot of creativity in their work. Okay, they used to show a lot of creativity in their work. Okay, that's why they are being appreciated because of their creativity, because of the difference in their work. They are being appreciated by the people all over the world. Okay, on the other hand, the people, those who are being called as trained artist, okay, they are what, they are now the people don't used to take interest in their art. Fine. To explain this thing that how an outsider artist is more creative, the writer has given us some examples also. Okay, for example, around the time Duff was founding his concept in India, an untutored genius was creating a paradise. Now, what is there, children? While Duff, this French painter, okay, he was proposing. Proposing means he came up with the concept. Propunding. Propounding means came up. Okay, propounding means came up. So he came up with the concept of about the outsider art. Okay, so while he was just promoting the concept of outsider art, what happened in India, there was a person, okay, who is creating what, who is just an outsider artist, and what he is doing, he didn't get any formal training, and he was creating a marvelous art in India. Years ago, the little patch of a jungle that he began clearing to make himself a garden sculptured with stones and recycled material, is known to the world today as Rock Garden at Chandigarh. And who is this person? This is the person that many years ago, now the writer is telling us a story. He's telling us that many years ago, what happened? There was a person who started clearing a small area of jungle. Okay, and in this area he started installing statues. Okay, and he made these statues, all these statues and everything, they covered, they are made up of carved with stones. So he made these statues with stones. Okay, and also he made the statues with the reusable things. fine, and reusable material. And now at present the whole world know that statues, that area, as a rock garden, that is in Chandigarh. In its 80 years old, creator director Nek Chand is now hailed as India's biggest contributor to the outsider art. Now what is there, children? This is the person Nek Chand. Okay, this Snake Chand is a person who has created this rock garden. Fine. So the Snake Chand who created rock garden. Fine. We can say that the fifth issue, spring 2005 of Raw Vision, a UK-based magazine prior in outside art publication, features nature and its rock garden sculptures, Woman by the Waterfall, on its anniversary cover issue. Now, what is there, children? This person, he is regarded as the biggest contribution from India towards the outsider art. This is the only person, this nature, okay, he is regarded as the biggest contributor. Okay, he is a contributor from India in what? In the towards the outsider art. Now there was a magazine, children, Raw Vision. Okay, there is a magazine. The name of the magazine is Raw Vision, and of UK. This magazine is of UK, United Kingdoms, and is considered to be the one of the first magazine. This magazine is considered to be the one of the first magazine to publish about the outsider art. So this magazine, Raw Vision, is considered as the first magazine to publish about the outsider art. Now children, this question can come into in your MCQ form. Okay, so it is the fifth, it is in its fifth issue. Here it is written fifth issue, spring 2005. So in its fifth issue, okay, the name of the fifth issue of is spring 2005. Okay, so in the fifth issue of this UK based magazine Raw Vision, okay, the what is there, it published the work of Nek Chand. So in the fifth edition, this magazine published the work of Nek Chand from India. Okay, in spite of it that magazine belongs to UK. Fine. So one of the sculptures was there, the woman by the waterfall. One of the sculptures is there, the woman by the waterfall, was published on the front page of the anniversary publication. This sculpture is woman by the waterfall. This sculpture is made at the rock garden by the Snake Chand. Okay, the Snake Chand has made this woman by the waterfall sculpture on the in the rock garden. Okay, so this picture of this sculpture is being published in the anniversary page. Okay, when this Raw Vision anniversary came, so they published this picture of the woman by the waterfall on the front page, on the front page as an anniversary, at its anniversary. Okay, it's a very small part is left. The notion of the art brut or raw art was of works that were in their raw state as regard to culture and artistic influence. Anything and everything from a tin to a sink to a broken down car could be material for the work of art, something Nek Chand has taken to dazzling height. Now what is there, children? The belief of the Nek Chand in this raw art, we can say, is meant anything that was in a unrefined stage. Okay, what he used to think, he used to think that whatever he has taken for the rock garden, okay, he used to take, his belief was that should be in an unrefined state. That's it. Okay, it means he is using all the waste material. So that rock garden, the sculptures which are there in the rock garden, is being built by the waste material. Okay, so something that had not been affected by culture. He don't want that something that can affect the culture or that can affect the art. No. So what he did, he took a tin, he took a sink, he took a broken down car, okay, and what else, and all that material, okay, which can be reused. So he just took all that material and he started building this rock garden. Fine, recognizing his art as an outstanding testimony of the difference a single man can make when he lives his dreams. The Swiss Commission of UNESCO will be honoring him by a way of a European exposition for his work. Now, what is there, children? that this he has used a waste material, and by making the things with the waste material, he has, what he has done, he has taken this waste material thing to a very high degree. Fine. Because of the appreciation he got for the thing, for the sculptures he made by the waste material, the UNESCO commission, which is there in Switzerland, okay, what he has done, has accepted the work of nature. So this UNESCO commission did, which is there in Switzerland, he just that commission has accepted the work of nature, okay, as a brilliant work, and they have appreciated him with, by saying that his work was brilliant. Okay, he has done a brilliant work. Okay, it was said that, what is there? It was said in it that the fifth month interactive show, the 5-month interactive show Realm of Nature, beginning October, will be held at the leading museums in Switzerland, Belgium, France, and Italy. Now, what is there, children? It is said that his work is an evidence about the difference of a single man can make to follow when he follows his dream. Okay, so this UNESCO has said this thing, that his work is what is work, here it is written, an outsiding testimony of the difference a single man can make when he lives his dream. So what is the statement given by UNESCO? The UNESCO has given the statement that his work is an evidence about the difference a single man can make, okay, when he started following his dreams. Okay, and to honor nature, what did UNESCO did? UNESCO had organized an exhibition of for his work. Okay, just to honor him, the UNESCO has organized an exhibition of his work in Europe. That exhibition was in Europe, okay? And this exhibition had been named as Realms of Nature. Okay, this exhibition was named as Realms of Nature. And what is there? The exhibition was of 5 months. Okay, it started from October, and it lasted for 5 months. And the exhibition was held in the museums of Switzerland, Belgium, and France, as well as in Italy also. Fine. Now, the biggest reward is walking through the garden and seeing people enjoying my creation, Nek Chand says. So, what did Nek Chand said in an interview? Okay, there was an interview in he had given to Hindustan Times. Okay, so in that interview he said that the biggest reward for him is to see people walking through the garden, to the rock garden, to enjoy his sculptures. He said that whatever reward I got from UNESCO, or for what, from wherever, whatever appreciation I was getting from the people or from the outside world, my biggest appreciation and my biggest reward is what? When I see people just moving around in the rock garden, okay, and they are appreciating my work, they're enjoying my sculptures, that is the biggest reward for him. Okay, so this he said in his interview, and that interview is for Hindustan Times. Fine, children. So this is your short chapter. Okay, now this inside, getting inside, outside, outsider art, this is important. That's why I taught you today, because the questions might be coming from this, okay, in your MCQs and everything. So that's why this is important. Okay, children. Now, if you are having any doubt, children, do ask right now. Children, if you are having any doubt,